Are we good now?
You good?
Are you good?
I'm good.
I'm good. Let's do it.
The Fuel Up Podcast, episode 4.
Quattro.
Oh, good reference.
Ah,
That was a good one.
some foreshadowing happening right there.
Yeah. You know, I always like that quattro. Back, episode 4. Basically, this episode is going to be about what, Joe?
A little head-to-head competition between a couple of rivals, which seem to have a bittersweet past.
True. Anything from classic rivals, right, to like new rivals or newer cars, but we can go back to classic cars at the same time. We're sticking to around certain eras that we find were the best eras for these cars, right, Joe?
Yeah. So also gonna touch on like American cars, German cars, luxury cars, throw an SUV in there, and also Japanese, and a little old school exotic, which
So
we'll
we hit a
save
bit of
that one
everything, right?
for. Yeah, exactly. And there's also like gonna be like a little special, I guess you could say.
Yeah, there's gonna be basically we're doing like a top five, not top five, not really top five, a five head to head. Sorry, basically, and then we're just gonna give you an extra round because we had 3 in one category. We couldn't really split them. We said no, these belong. They're 3 together, and they should be head to head type of thing.
And it just happens to be those three cars that we actually enjoy
Enjoy
the
the
most
most.
out of
Yeah,
this whole list. Yeah.
exactly. So, I
Quick
guess,
little thing
yeah.
for people who don't know what the head-to-head is. So basically, we're gonna have 5 or 6 categories, and on every category, there's gonna be, I would say 2, but maybe 3 cars that will kind of like go back and forth on which ones we like the best, and also which benefits each one has
Yeah,
compared
what
to one
basically
another.
what strong points each other. They're all different, right? They have each their strong points, and we're just gonna give what we think our opinion is on it. Basically, that's it. There's no better or worse. At the end, we'll choose the one that we would say we would buy, type of thing, and that's about it. But that's just our opinion. Everyone could be different, and I'm pretty sure out of this whole list, I'm pretty sure me and Giovanni are opposite on each car, on each
There's
one.
definitely gonna be some biased ass opinions, I can guarantee you.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
So,
definitely gonna be some.
so that's basically the breakdown that Giovanni just gave you there. So let's get into episode 1.
Let's do it.
Okay, so the first head to head. What is it, Joe?
We're gonna do the American vehicles, which are one of
Yes,
my favorites.
obviously.
A bit more than the Germans, but hey, I'm still a German type of guy. Yeah, so the head-to-head is gonna be Mustang versus Camaro.
Okay,
Mass chose Mustang, I chose Camaro. Uh,
just for the facts.
yeah, just for
Just
the
for the
facts.
facts, because or else, just to get it a bit more organized. So, what year are we looking at, Joe, for to go head to head right now? Are we going for the most recent year for these guys? Because they've come so far, both car
Speaking of biased
companies.
opinions, I'm gonna give one right now, right away. I think the Camaro was not good until 2002, and then like they had
Okay.
that little rush where like they didn't do
Yeah,
anything.
Mustang
Like,
was strong for a while. I'd like to say, right? They always have
well,
been.
look, the Camaro took a pause between '02 and 2000. So 2002, 2009, they didn't produce any,
It's true.
which gave,
Yeah,
I guess, Ford the advantage of actually trying to like take over the
yeah,
market or at least like capitalizing on it.
true.
So I know those Mustangs of that year aren't the best. I'm talking from experience because I do drive one, but um, they definitely have a bit more advantage than the Camaro. In 2010, when the Camaro came out, like the redesign, the fifth gen, it gave the Mustang a bit of competition, which is good because
Yeah,
it makes them create
yeah,
better cars.
for sure. Okay, so what year are we starting at?
2010. Well, yeah,
2010.
2010, like around that year, because that's when the Camaro came out, right? So we
Okay,
can't
so
talk
basically,
before.
there's a generation of the Mustang that you have that I'm talking about.
S197, yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're starting there, and we just move on up because these cars have both come such a long way that it's insane compared to their old grandfather vehicles. with their suspensions being changed up, with now actually being trackable cars, like the newer ones,
Yeah,
especially.
the newer ones are super track. Well, the special editions are super track focused.
Yeah, so I would say that they're pretty much high up there now. They're build quality. They're not like before everyone would just push them aside and say like, okay, yeah, you could only go straight and that's it. That they've come a long way. So that year, the Mustang had a 4.6 liter, not the 5 liter that year, right? The V8.
No, 2010 they had the 4.6.
Exactly.
2011 they switched it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was the last year. So the 4.6, which was a very nice engine, I think it was still very good. People were saying it's obviously not the real 5.0, but
But they brought back that 5 liter for like nostalgia reasons too.
yeah,
I
you
think,
had
right?
to. You had to. That GT body was so nice. It was what 315 horsepower, 300. Yeah,
2010.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it was at
yeah,
315, 320
yeah.
around there.
Exactly. Then after when you brought out that Coyote engine, which is basically what brought back Mustang super aggressively, it was that Coyote engine. That's what they call it. Basically, the GT model of the 2010 Ford Mustang came with a 412 horsepower and 390 torque Coyote engine V8 5 liter, real 5 liter. Joe, would you say that that's one of the best engines made by Ford right now?
Right now, probably yes. Well, right now they used to make good ones like back in the day, like when they're using the GT40.
But I find that Coyote engine is like
But if we're
just
talking about like modern,
yeah,
they've had their yeah. I guess I would say yeah. Well, they use that engine in a lot of cars, right? Not just the Mustang. Like the pickups use it. The
yep,
I think the Expedition has it as well.
yep.
So, and the power that they get out of that thing is insane.
412 horsepower stock with 390 torque stock. Comes with the Brembo brakes. Remember that year?
Which is an option if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So I would say that year's a good year. Then, if you want to talk even high end, the high ends, you have the Shelby GT500s with the 5.4 liter supercharged V8.
And then became a 5.8 after.
Yep, exactly. 550 horsepower. Insane. I don't know, man. It's hard for me not to pick the Mustang. Like, it really is. It's head to head. Even the look of the Mustang, I just always found it iconic. There was the one year that it was like a bit off, and then it was back. Like, if you go throughout all the generations, I find I like almost all of them. Maybe the SN95. I was never a huge fan of that one.
That would be early 2000s or late 90s, early
Yeah,
2000s, right? That one,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, 94, 2004.
yeah.
Um, Not that they were ugly. They were
But
just
they were missing something.
yeah. They
Yeah,
weren't as beefy
yeah, 100%. Same
as
thing
the
for the
year
Camaro,
after or the year exactly the year after, right? Which was the Cobra, the Terminator.
that's all three, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that's the best
which
year
yeah,
for me.
I think that's the best looking like Cobra. Well, it's the only Cobra they ever made, but
Yeah,
it's the best. Not really, actually, the only Cobra they ever made. But I think it's the
the
best
only one
looking
I
one.
didn't like was I don't know if it's considered called a Fox body, but it's the 1985 to 86. They did that one year of just like with the square lights in the front.
Was it called the King Cobra 2?
No, there was
Hold
no
on, let me
name. It was
see.
just it was before 87. So 87 was the Fox body,
Yeah,
and this was between 85 and
yeah,
86.
that weird looking one.
Yeah,
Yeah, even the
but it
late
was
'70s
almost
was not nice.
yeah,
I don't
like
like that one either.
so. But then after you go back in time, and the Mustang was just perfect, like the old Mustangs. So you could arguably say there's 1 year, 2 years that you don't like about the Mustang, and the rest is just iconic. I find
Yeah, they did a good
every year
job.
they come out.
Which we can't say the same for the Camaro.
Well, that's it. So tell me some
For the
your
Camaro, I
points
know
here.
like we said we're gonna stick to the fifth gen, but it will just take it back a little to like the first generation where
Yeah,
they killed
beautiful,
it.
beautiful, beautiful,
Iconic
beautiful.
look.
That's to
Then
put them on the map.
what was the first gen of the Camaro, right?
Yeah,
So it was
put them on the map.
gorgeous. I love that Camaro. It's insane, especially like with super wide tires in the back.
Yep. Oh
But you got to make
yes.
sure you get the right spec. So for example, like it has to have the V8 inside. It can't have the six cylinder, or it can't
Yep.
have the four cylinder. I don't even think it was a four
Well,
cylinder.
that's the same thing for Mustang, right?
Yeah, you gotta have the V8, and you can't have the vinyl top either, which kills the look of the car.
Yeah.
Then I know we said fifth, but the second gen is crazy too, which a lot of people don't like, which is the '70s to the '80s, which they killed it. Then, in my opinion, from there all the way until like 2010, 2012,
It fell off their high
yeah,
horse.
I don't think they they didn't do a good job anymore. Like they brought the car to like a different like spot. I don't like
Slow,
yeah, like where it wasn't supposed to be.
sluggish, ugly.
Not slow, but
Come on.
not like what it's. I don't know. This is just my opinion here, but
Compared to like the Mustangs, they were slow. Like you'd laugh
they
when a
held
guy
up.
would
They
pull in
held
near
up.
you.
They had like their big V8s.
Yeah,
Well,
and
small blocks, not
didn't
even
they
big
have big
blocks.
problems too with them?
It's a Chevy. All you need is a hammer. Just hit the block. It's gonna start.
Oh my god.
So the fifth gen is where I think they really brought the car back with a complete redesign and facelift of the vehicle.
Yeah, that was like we were talking earlier.
Still underpowered
The one in, like you said before, right?
in the
Transformers?
Transformers. Yeah.
That's what brought it back.
Yeah, that product placement in that movie like showed the car what it's the potential that it could actually be.
Yeah, that yellow, the Bumblebee package.
With the black stripes.
Yeah.
But still, when it came out, they were still fast, but they got them better over time. Now the track ones, like
We drove them.
yeah.
We had the
In Florida.
we've driven both these
Yeah.
cars, and when we went to one in Florida,
It's a good
remember the
highway
first
car.
one? Who was it? My father and our uncle.
Yeah, they had the white convertible.
They had the white convertible,
With
the
the
one you're
V6
talking
inside.
about. Yeah, with the V6. I
Yeah.
understand. Whatever V6, but the interior and everything was just
Too plasticky.
yeah.
Yeah. It
Compared to
wasn't.
the Mustang,
It was made. I don't know. It was like the first attempt, I guess. But compared to the one we drove, which is I think a 17.
the SS.
Yeah, with the V8
Oh my
inside.
god, yeah, that was a fun.
That was a
Man,
crazy car.
I was impressed. You see,
Yeah, me too.
I was talking so much shit about Camaro, but now that you just brought that up,
Yeah, that car.
I was impressed.
Yeah.
On the highway, especially that we were in Florida, South Florida, not North. So South Florida, like driving to Miami, on the highway, that car was just smooth.
Yeah, great for the highway.
Didn't want to I don't know. It was just perfect. And then when you needed it to go, just a little kick at
What
the
was it,
pedal
like
and just going.
It was like 450, I think.
You
no?
know, so
The horsepower rating on it?
remember the ass just wanted to go all the time. Every time you would turn, if you give it a bit too much gas, the ass would just go.
Yeah, that car was fast. That car was. I was actually
Torquey, very
surprisingly
torquey. Do you know how
shocked
much?
that it was fast.
What are the specs on that year? I'm curious. SS
455
nice.
horse.
And torque.
455 torque as well.
455 horsepower, 455 torque.
Yeah.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah.
And doesn't the V8
And it kicks
the V8
on-
stops, and when we're on the highway, I remember it would
Yeah.
drop to a 4.
Cylinder deactivation to
Yeah.
save gas. But that thing did not save gas. It just sucked gas.
Yeah, but remember we had a
all
Cadillac
times.
and it was the same thing. So
That Cadillac
You know what?
that Cadillac was even worse.
yeah, but it was comfortable.
It was comfortable.
That was a comfortable.
Went from a
car.
four-door,
Okay,
like, full leather luxury car to straight up like two-door Savage car.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying that year is the very good year. That's
Yeah,
when it
I
started
think so. The
coming
fifth
back.
and sixth
Yeah,
gen,
then
and the
after-
facelift ZR1, ZL1, ZL1
Yeah,
one
that's when they
elite
started
track
competing
pack.
with Mustang again. I feel like that's when.
They make a now they do. At the beginning it was rough, but now they do.
Okay.
So, hold on.
Yeah.
Mustang or Camaro. Hold on. If you had to pick one out of all the gens that you have to have in your garage right now, out of the Mustang or Camaro, which one would it be?
Oh, but then you could just go nostalgic with like an old school, like really
No,
old
from like
school.
fifth or sixth gen, like the
Okay,
we
like the
talked
ones that
about.
we were saying
Yeah.
where they got 100% the Mustang GT. Well, GT 500 if I could, obviously, but let's
Yeah.
say stick real, like let's get real type of thing.
Yeah,
A Mustang GT with the Coyote engine.
yeah, I'm with you on that one. Same thing.
Yeah.
I love the Camaros. They're super cool cars, but I would stick with the Mustang.
Okay,
as
so
well.
this head to head goes to Mustang.
Yeah, 100%.
Mustang. Okay, so that was the first head to head. Mustang takes it. Ford gets the win over Chevy. Man, those Chevy guys are gonna hate us. They're gonna hate us.
It's okay. They'll be looking at the taillights.
Shots fired just like that. Shows we both own Mustangs. Second head to head.
I think the next one's going to be a bit more competitive because,
Yeah, this one I'm pretty sure we both go our own ways here.
yeah, like 100% go our own ways.
Okay, so I'm gonna kick it off. It's BMW 7 Series versus Mercedes S Class. So we're in the luxury, right, Joe?
Yeah, the full sedan, like saloon,
The
Luxury
full
car.
luxury.
full luxury.
So these cars go way back, right? They're both German.
Yeah.
They're both four-door luxury saloons. Okay.
Could it actually be called a saloon?
I'm pretty sure they're called a saloon, no?
I don't know actually.
Anyways, if not, I'm talking shit like we always are. Call us out on our shit, right? So
I'm
first
pretty
gen,
sure you call it a saloon. I'm pretty sure.
what's the first gen? What year is that for you? Just curious.
First gen would
'Cause
be
I'm doing.
2000.
Oh,
Not even
sorry guys.
2000.
Sorry guys.
Fucking like
Sorry guys. I'm doing 7 Series and Giovanni's doing
I'm
S
doing S
class.
class. Yeah,
Okay. So what year is the first year? First gen?
1950s.
50s.
Yeah, that's when the S class started.
Wow.
Yeah, 1950s.
Wow.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Okay. That's incredible. Wow. I'm honestly, that's like respect to Mercedes on that. Yeah, that was their flagship car at one point.
Yeah,
So,
it still is.
BMW goes back 1977.
Shit, it's
It's
still
not.
pretty far actually too. I
Yeah,
didn't
but
think it was that far.
It's not that old though.
Okay, it's on
77 is
1950s.
almost 80. You know, it's almost the 80s.
Yeah, okay.
That's the 50s.
Yeah, 54.
Yeah, early 50s.
Yeah, a long ass time ago.
Amazing.
But I didn't think 7 Series was 1970s though. Well, 77, which is
Yeah, I know.
close to the
I
80s.
figured 80. I thought it was 80, honestly. Okay, so we were saying, me and Joe were discussing, like we do before the podcast, always about these things. And we said, which generation would we say they started to really pick up and say the head to head really.
For the S class, it would be the 5th gen, so the W221.
What year?
2006 until 2015, well 14, which now they make the W222, which is the same car, just facelifted.
Okay.
Or redesigned.
For the 7 Series, it's the 5th generation also. 2008, 2015. So we're saying they're better off there. Why do we say those were the good years where they started getting really good? For BMW, the 5th gen, the F01 body, I find I liked the year before that. You know, old school, not old school, like it started to change a little bit before.
Kind of like the flat trunk, flat hood type of style.
I liked it. I like every year the 7 Series.
Is that the one they use in James Bond?
Yeah.
Or they use the 5 Series in James Bond?
No, they use 5, I think. Yeah, 5. Anyways, this is the 7 Series that started to become way more luxurious.
Yeah.
Luxury looking.
But they also, sorry to cut you off.
Big wheels, the big headlights in the front, the big grille, big taillights, you know. Really that luxury look with the long wheelbase. And that was the year where they were even introducing and brought in that turbocharged V12.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up the V12.
The 760.
Those are the years that they started putting the huge engines inside.
Yeah, but even had a hybrid on that one.
There was a hybrid version on that car?
Yep, active hybrid 7, they called it.
What do you get, like 7 kilometers on it?
Yeah, I don't know, but it wasn't obviously it wasn't the best thing ever. But even
why this hybrid?
You know they had a diesel in Europe, a 730 diesel.
Diesel works there, man.
Amazing.
North America, diesel.
Amazing.
They don't want to know nothing about it.
The interior on those, they started to bring out
custom interiors, no?
Yeah, they started bringing out the shades, all that stuff started to become popular again. The doors that close on their own.
Soft closing doors, yeah.
Soft closing doors. Their security systems were better. Then, if you want to talk performance, there was obviously the Alpina B7 that came out that year. That was...
Which, I have to say, are super underrated cars.
Thank you. Yes, I agree.
Super underrated.
Well, let me just tell you the facts on that. N63 twin turbocharged 4.4 liter V8 producing 500 horsepower.
Is that in the 750?
Yeah. 516 torque in a luxury vehicle.
Which is some pretty good numbers. A car that weighs 5,000 pounds?
Yep. So that was the years that they started to become really nice. Then I would say the year after that, which is the 6th gen, which is the generation that we know now, right?
Yep.
Is the G11, what they call it. Started at 2015 till now. I'm sorry, Joe. This car takes it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Come on. You get the carbon fiber body build.
Yeah.
What carbon extended fiber? They have when you open the doors on the 7 Series, they have the carbon fiber body build. It has it's stamped. It's made out of carbon fiber. The body's legit made out of carbon fiber.
So you see exposed carbon when you open the door?
Yeah.
What? I didn't know this.
Yep. That I think there's the the big engine. I have to see. I'm looking at it here.
Yeah, there's a V12 in that one, I think, too, right?
Yeah,
That would
I'm
be the
pretty
760
sure.
Li.
Yes, M760Li because they brought that back there with the
Yeah.
M760. It's 6.6 liter
Mm-hmm.
turbocharged V12. Yeah, 557, 500. Sorry, 77 horsepower. Holy cow! 627 torque.
How much torque?
627.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what the V12 Mercedes has as torque.
Yo, this thing is.
Do you
It
want to
has
hear
more
it?
torque. Just to let you know,
Go.
has more torque than the Alpina B7 of the same year.
Hold on, does the Alpina use the V12 inside? They use the
4.4
V8.
V8 there.
Yeah, but the
But
V12
the V8
creates
has more horsepower.
monsters.
The V8 has more horsepower.
The V12s create monsters torque numbers.
Yep.
Like for example, we'll hop into the S class. The S class started in 2006 for the W221, which I think is where the S class actually like shot up, like in popularity as well. Went until 2014, and then in 15 they did a redesign. But I'll stick to the W221. We have the BMW guy over here talking about the V12s. So let's just shoot out what the V12 and the Mercedes did. For torque, 738.
Jesus.
And for horsepower, 604.
Typical Mercedes. Let's just run it, drive it off the road, guys. There's enough torque so the guy
That
smashes into a
engine is
pole.
monstrous. 738 foot-pounds of torque. And I've seen the Brabuses reach almost 1,000
Well, yeah, obviously.
on that block, which is insane. But I think on the S-Class, the sweet spot would be S63, which is the twin-turbo V8 inside. So
So that's like the M package, right? The M, the 760M.
not necessarily. 760M has a V12 inside, does it not?
Yeah, but it's only M
That they make.
that they make for that car.
So yeah, it would be comparable to that one, I
Yeah,
guess.
100%.
But like even the
Yeah, it's
V8 has
perfect.
almost 600 foot-pounds of torque
100%.
on the S63
Yeah.
at 590 on the facelift
Yeah.
on the 2012-13 model.
Nice car. I've driven them.
I love that car.
Comfortable as hell. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Cool inside. I'd say, okay, I'll tell you this, okay?
shoot.
The BM, the seats are better. The seats are better on the BMW. The leather and the stitching I find are nicer on the BMW. But
Okay,
the dash
it's better on the S-Class.
on the S-Class is that.
Yeah, the
How
full-
many inches is it?
I
Or
think
how many
they're
feet? Whatever.
12.5 each or something like that.
Yeah, they're
So the
just
two of
two
them,
massive
Like
screens. that look
25
like-
inches of screen.
Yeah, huge. It looks amazing. When you're shifting, the whole screen, like when you're in race mode, starts to flash.
That'll be the new ones though. You're talking about.
Yeah,
now.
I'm talking about
okay.
the new ones though. I'm just saying the new ones. It's just like
Yeah, they killed the game.
the interior is
murdered
so
it.
cool with the lights, the speakers, the way they are, the metal speakers.
I was showing horsepower figures for the pre-facelift. On the S63, it's actually at 664 torque
Nice.
on the V8
See, there's more than
Which is insane.
The V12.
and 585 horse.
Yeah, Mercedes is known for that.
Big power, but the car it could turn, but it's rough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it
I
drives
find like
good,
the
though.
two-door, like I've driven it before, the two-door S63.
Oh, it's amazing
but I
crazy
feel like
car.
it's not that fast. It doesn't feel fast.
because it's heavy.
Yeah.
But even the BMW, they're both heavy cars.
Yeah, but I feel like BMW feels fast, man.
Like it pulls.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you drove the S63 two-door. You drive the V12 two-door.
No, I never drove the V12. No.
I don't drive the V12 either, but I assume it's fast.
Yeah.
I've driven the G65 V12, which
Yeah, that's a freaking truck.
it's a beast. Crazy car.
It's a truck.
Truck, actually, sorry.
Okay. So,
Okay, so 7 Series or S-Class?
see, this is when the head-to-head starts to split up. I'm guaranteed going 7 Series, and he's guaranteed going S-Class,
Yeah,
right?
100% going S-Class. No doubt in my mind. In my opinion, there's nothing better than that car.
Let us know what you guys think, honestly. We'll even put it up maybe on Instagram. We
Yeah,
can
well,
put up a little poll.
We can make a list or something.
We'll do, when this episode drops, we can put a poll.
On our 5 head.
Yeah, and we'll see what everyone else thinks.
Yeah,
Maybe, you know.
Yeah, 100%. I'm down.
So, okay, so he chose S-Class Giovanni, and I chose BMW, so there's no really winner over this one at all. We just cancel out each other. So,
They're just too good.
the next one, what is it, Joe?
We'll do trucks this time. So, again, BMW versus Mercedes. So it's obviously gonna go split ways again. We'll do X5M versus GLE 63 or ML 63, which is kind of the same car.
Yeah, they just changed the name, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, they changed a bit. Like the look of the car changes too, though.
Oh yeah,
the
for sure.
interior.
Look,
But yeah,
changes,
it's
but
basically the same truck.
yeah.
Master's obviously doing X5M. I'm going to be
Yes,
doing
sir.
GLE. So I'll start with the GLE. We'll stick to the third gen, which is the 2011 2019, which is the ML63, then switches over to the GLE 63.
Okay.
Before that, these trucks had like a rough history. They not reliable, to be honest with you. Especially the 63 versions, they had crazy problems on the engine,
Yeah.
like valve adjusters and
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff was breaking on those engines. So if anyone's looking for ML63, avoid
It's true. The first one.
the second gen.
Oh,
Second gen.
man.
So 06 to 11. Do not
06,
get
yeah,
that
exactly.
truck. But if you find a good deal, they're good trucks. They're fast. They're fun to drive, I have to say. So third gen diesels, they got gas, but we'll skip diesel and gas. We'll go straight to the
Because they
performance
both have that,
oriented.
right?
The
They both
X5.
have diesel and they both have gas
Yeah,
options.
exactly. Yeah.
And do they
So-
both have hybrid options? No, huh?
The
Do they?
ML, the GLE does have hybrid. Yeah, I think it's called GLE 550E. If I'm
I
not mistaken.
think the X5
They
has
have
it.
the
Yeah,
hybrid.
X5 has it too. Yeah,
Yeah, they have hybrid, but that came on later on.
plug-in hybrid.
Yeah, but those are no fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody wants a hybrid.
No,
Everybody wants
X-Drive
a Subaru.
40E. That's what it's called. X-Drive 40E.
Which is their hybrid system, right?
Okay, no one wants that shit.
So we'll stick to the
yeah.
V8, obviously the 63 variant, which is
Or
the
the
one
M.
that people want.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the X5M. On the GLE 63 or ML, they share the same engine, so the 5.5 V8 inside, producing 518 horse and 516 torque.
Okay.
No, actually, yeah. And if you get the S version on the GLE, you get 550 or 549. But that's European numbers. But I find this truck one of the fastest trucks on the market.
Oh, definitely.
Even the X5M, I have to say,
I've driven
super
I've
fast
driven
truck.
a GLE.
For
And
the-
man, that car is just
It's a beast.
pulls.
Yeah, it's a beast.
You don't expect it. Honestly,
No.
like I drove and I was like,
And the sound
wow.
it produces
Yeah,
is
yeah,
insane.
that's for sure. That's
I have
Mercedes. I'll give that to them
the
anytime.
Canadian numbers. It's 577 on the V8
Wow.
on the GLE,
Okay.
which is pretty crazy for a truck that you could haul a family and ski stuff
I
inside.
understand why, because it freaking hauled ass, man. When I drove it, felt like the ass was even like losing it a bit on first and second gear.
If you get a good enough launch on that truck,
Yeah,
you
like
could fly.
it's crazy.
Yeah, that thing is insane. It can keep up with most cars.
100%.
Yeah, it's a beast.
100%.
Crazy truck. X5M.
So he was talking about 2006 to 2013 was that year that it started off for the X5M that really brought it to a nice.
Would you be third or fourth gen now? We're talking about here.
That was second gen for us.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the X5M that year that had a V8 turbo, 555 horsepower with 500 torque. Okay.
Which is comparable.
Which I found just was a nice truck. You get inside, I find that interior was nice. It was old school, but it was nice. The seats that hug you when you turn.
Turn, yeah.
All the classic, like, nostalgic BMW stuff. I don't know. It just felt like a BMW M class, you know?
Yeah,
Like
the
an M package.
M package,
It
yeah.
just felt like an M. That's what really brought them back. Then, basically, that was the E70. And the third gen, which is really the one that really was competing with the Mercedes. That's when they really went head to head with the power and all that stuff. That was the F15.
So that would be what, 2015?
2013, 2018.
Okay, which is still being made now.
Well, no.
And
No,
the
it isn't.
production.
No, it isn't.
Now it's a new
There's
body,
a new model, the new body, the G5 that came out.
which would be a 2019.
Yeah, 2018 till present.
Okay.
That year, the 2013 to 2018, I find was the nicest year. You know what? I had the little, the fog lights in like the middle of the bumper.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I found that so cool. It had the big grills, the nice big wheels, the wide wheels in the back, 315s. It had that fender flare look, you know, but it wasn't a black piece. It was actually painted, and the fender flares would actually come out.
On the wheel arches, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, that truck is crazy.
I
Especially
just
in
found
black.
it. I don't know. I found it to be just beautiful. That truck with a big exhaust. Remember the big square exhaust in the back? Yeah. So this one's a V8, 4.4. Not
So
turbo,
same thing
I
we
guess.
find in the 7 Series.
Yeah, but I guess it's not turbo because it's not telling me turbo. So 567 horsepower, and 553 torque. So he brought up the torque quite a lot.
I'm pretty sure that truck is turbo.
This engine has, M twin power turbo,
Yeah, it does.
Valvetronic, yeah.
But they use a twin scroll.
Okay, yo, man, 0 to 100, average 0 to 60 for the Americans, 4.2.
4.2?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. What is the Mercedes? Let's see. I'm actually curious to know.
I'm pretty sure Mercedes beats it though, honestly.
What did you say the BMW was?
4.2.
Shit. 3.7.
Told you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was that much of a difference.
No, you could tell the difference.
I never driven the X5M. Like the newer ones anyways.
Okay. I wonder how the new one's gonna be.
The 2019?
Yeah.
Probably fast as fuck.
Let me see if it says anything, but I honestly don't think it says anything yet because they just came out, right? But I like these.
Oh, hold on, sorry.
The new ones are insane.
I was giving power figures for the 2021 at 3.7. Give me a second. Hold on.
3.7.
3.7 seconds. 0 to 60.
Oh, okay.
Was it 2021?
Hold
on.
We
Hold
might
on.
have some. Come on, BMW.
Hold on.
Ooh, they're making an X5M competition package for 2020.
Did you see the X4 competition?
Yeah.
Like M competition?
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah.
That thing is
nice
insane.
Car. Nice looking car. So the X5M 2020 with competition pack. Now we're talking. Now we could do something here. 625 horsepower.
Yeah.
553 torque. 3.7 seconds.
Oh, so same thing as the GLE.
So now let's see what you find for the right here now. And the BMW stepped it up with the interior, which you can get that Swarovski looking crazy.
What was the BMW at?
Which one?
The previous one?
4.2.
4.1.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
By 0.1 of a second.
Damn.
Shit, they're pretty freaking comparable. Okay. I didn't think they were that close.
Wow.
I'm curious to know, what's the top speed on the X5M?
Of that year again?
Yeah.
It doesn't tell me the top speed.
This thing does 174 miles an hour, which is pretty insane. Oh. It's limited.
I'm pretty sure it's around the same thing.
Yeah, probably the same thing. In Europe, they probably hit like 200 probably.
Yeah.
Miles.
Okay.
What do you think? Drum roll, please.
That's it. We should choose one. Like, it's a head-to-head. We have to choose one.
I'm doing GLE. I love GLEs. I love the way they drive. But I have to say, I've never driven the X5M, so I can't give too much of my opinion on it. But GLE 63.
Okay, look. Since I'm saying we have to choose one, and we should choose one because it's a head-to-head, right?
Yeah.
I'll go GLE.
Okay.
Why? The only reason why the GLE tops the X5M?
Yeah.
AMG tone. I'm sorry, the BMW was it's quiet compared to that car. A GLE, if the guy has it on the exhaust button in Sport Plus, and he's driving by and let's go to the pedal, pack, you're going to hear it from a mile away and everyone's going to turn.
Yeah,
that's the reason the GLE gets the upper, I'd say.
Okay.
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 So Mercedes takes it. I love you, BX5M though. Never would I.
So just a recap, we did Mustang, the first one. The second one was a split decision between the S-Class and the 7 Series.
Yeah, that's...
And the third one...
Because I find... You know what it is?
What?
I find the 7 Series and the S-Class could be a split decision because they're both exactly like the same almost. Like, it's not sporty, it's not... You know, it's just luxury, and they both kill it, exactly. Like you said, exactly.
And they both look insane.
Yeah.
Which I have to say, they kill the styling on it.
So it's just more like, it's an equal win. So the next one. Mitsubishi Lancer.
Japanese, huh?
Evo.
Okay.
Is what I chose. Now. And Giovanni is taking on the Subaru STI. Classic rivals. Classic rivals since...
Yeah, that shit goes way back.
Rally era, right?
Yeah, well,
because they both were
late
built,
80s maybe.
Yeah, they both were built for the rally car racing in the Japanese world, which is very big. So they both basically would have to be 2-liter engines. They can't be bigger than a 2-liter. Right?
Which is the size of a milk carton.
Yeah. Quoting Top Gear.
Mr. Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah. So they couldn't be bigger than a 2-liter. So they would all be 2-liter inline 4s with turbochargers. But
produced insane horsepower.
The STI would have a different take on that with their Boxster engine, right?
The STI, the sound it produces is insane. All you have to do is put a little catback on that car.
Yeah, 100%. We spoke about this in the other episode.
It sounds insane.
We spoke about this when we did this, when I think I chose it in the first episode with our top list there. The STI sounds amazing, but an Evo sounds pretty insane too.
I've heard some with like crazy setups.
Exactly.
They're pretty insane too.
So, what year would we say? Like you said, they go way, way back. The Evo. Actually, what's the first gen? What's your first gen? Holy cow! Because I know Evo goes way back.
92.
Oh
If
my
we're talking
god.
about double X STIs,
Yeah.
like actual STI
Yeah,
car,
yeah.
92.
I'm only looking at Evolution. 92?
Yeah.
Guess when?
Probably later, 80s.
No.
85.
92.
For real?
Yeah.
At the same time.
So this is a rivalry from the beginning.
Would that be that white Lancer there that's known?
No, it's the one. That's the one after. That's
Okay.
number 2. Actually, it's number 3.
You know what I'm talking about though?
That's number 3.
The white.
Or actually, even could be number 4.
They always come in white. Yeah, that one exactly.
That's number 4. Yeah, that's number 4. I love that year. Okay, so yeah, so they go way back, but they start from the same era, same time, same everything. So this is a real head-to-head, guys.
And the both all-wheel drive, which is something that's
Both all-wheel drive, both small engines, both usually have turbos, both usually have 2 liters,
both stick.
both usually stick because it's a rally car, right? So all about handling, not about having insane horsepower, but can be built to have insane power. So what year did we say these guys are both starting to pick up and really pull away from the team
for the STI?
Everyone else,
I would say second gen, which would be 2000 until 2007, which would be the blob eye.
That's
and
second
the
gen
Hawkeye.
for you guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
The one like in most video games.
Yeah.
That like that known one.
So basically, that would be the Evolution 7.
Holy shit.
For us, 2001, 2003. They have very short eras. I feel like the Evils.
Didn't they end it at Evolution 10?
Yeah, but it's like Evolution 6. I mean, Evolution 7. This is 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
The 8, the 9. They like almost all look the same. It's basically just the lights that are changing, just like facelifts up until the 9, and then the 10 it finally changes.
I find the 10 insane. I love that car.
The 9 is the best one for me.
The 10 is next too, though. I like the 10.
So
yeah, go shoot. What's the
Evo 7, right?
Yeah.
The car, like I said, 2-liter inline 4 turbocharged 5-speed manual. Okay. All-wheel drive system, which is insane. Okay. There's a video that I want you guys to watch.
As long as it works.
Top Gear. Okay. The Evo versus the Lamborghini. Which Lamborghini? Murcielago?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was Murcielago.
They're going around the track, and the Evo's able to keep up with it
I think
around
it's
the
great
turns.
Evo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that video.
It's an MR, I think that's why. It's able to keep up with it around the turns. Obviously, in the straightaways, you can't keep up with a V12 Lamborghini that's built for speed. But in the turns, he was able to keep up with it. I just want just watch that video. Trust me, it's a nice video. So yeah, how much horsepower did this car have? Not telling me here, but I'm pretty sure it's around that 300 point or 200 point. Yeah, 276 horsepower, 284 torque, which is pretty good out of a 2-liter, which is like what we have today with like the S3s and the Golf Rs and, you know.
And that's in what, 2000, early 2000s?
2001, 2003. So that was already, no one else did that. Turbochargers were new. The small engines with the turbochargers with the big horsepower was like, everyone was like, what? They would make fun of them, but then see them perform and, you know, launch control and goodbye, everybody. Then after there would be the Evo 8, which had a significant horsepower boost because that's when they started making them with the MR and the GSR. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, MR GSR means one of them is automatic, one of them is stick?
No.
For the Evolution 10, it was like that?
No.
No?
No. And MR, oh yeah, I think that's what it was. But MR GSR was like the highest horsepower one. Was the highest one. So you basically get MR.
Yeah.
Okay. That was the one in that video that I was telling you about. This thing had, let me tell you right now, 405 horsepower, 355 torque.
Stock?
Yeah, but it's an MR. It's an Evolution MR. So it's
Yeah, but
modified.
stock horsepower?
Yeah, but it's a modified Evo.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Insane.
That would be 2000 and...
That's 2003, 2005. Like, they have such short...
I have 2004 STI open up right now.
Yeah.
300 horsepower.
Yeah.
When you said 4, I'm like, what?
But that's MR.
100 more?
That's the MR.
Okay, what's
the
GSR?
regular one,
yeah,
this is what I told you before. 276 horsepower, 295
which
torque.
is comparable.
Okay.
Okay.
And then after, it just keeps going up from there. They're always around the same numbers because they have to stick into the rally specifications. They're always around that 280 horsepower, 290 horsepower, 290 torque, 300 horsepower, then 300 horsepower. You know,
Yeah,
but
they hover around that,
look, I've been in both these cars. I've been in the Evo.
and they
It's
both
nice.
have
It's cool.
horrible interiors.
It's cool. Whatever. It's ricer for me. I wouldn't buy one. Like spend that much money. Yeah, it's a cool engine. Yeah, it's an all-wheel drive. That's insane. The car is an animal, but I don't know.
Luxury slugs.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, same thing for the STI.
So yeah, give me some facts on that STI.
The STI, if we're sticking to the third gen, or actually second gen, like I said, it was like 300 horsepower on it. If we go to the the third gen, which I think is the ones that kind of brought the whole STI back. Well, you know what? They never actually left.
No,
They've always been like,
it's always been around.
since they started in the 90s,
Yeah.
they've killed every single
Head
model.
to head since then. Rallies will always be 1 year them, 1 year the other guys. 1 year Mitsubishi, 1 year Subaru, then Mitsubishi. Like always been head to head.
They've always shared that 2.5 boxer, 4-cylinder, like super grunty type of engine.
Yeah.
The max that they've hit in horsepower rating on the STI would be
But you see,
not that much,
the
honestly.
WR wouldn't they only be able to use for the rally the WRX then? They wouldn't be able to use the STI.
I think it's the STI because if you look at those rally,
So how are they able to use a 2.5?
maybe they use, you're right on that one. I don't know actually. Maybe they use a 2-liter. It doesn't say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Use the other one.
So maybe the STI was just made for the road. I assume so.
Yeah.
But still, the horsepower rating isn't crazy.
Yeah, because even the Mitsubishi 10, still 2-liter.
Okay, quick note. The Japanese version of the STI is fitted with a 2-liter.
Ah.
The export markets are 2.5. So that's how they get away with it then.
I guess it's a 2-liter turbo?
The Japanese one is a 2-liter twin scroll turbocharged.
Wow. That's which
Engine.
gen?
That's the latest one.
Oh, okay, you went straight to the latest. Okay.
So
Wow.
and then in North America they put a 2.5 with a single scroll, smaller turbo. I only get the pressure rating though. I don't get the horsepower, but for torque it's 300 torque and
Probably 3.
221 kilowatts, which I think is like 290 or something like horsepower.
It's usually always around
The
that same
Japanese
thing.
one is 6 kilowatts more, so it would be what I think 13 horsepower more,
No.
and the torque is 11 more.
Nice.
But I guess that's how they get away with actually putting the car into the rally, like you were saying before with the 2-liter.
Yeah.
I think the all-wheel drive system on the Subaru is more advanced than the all-wheel drive system on the Lancer.
Yeah, you can say that.
Because you have like the selectable,
But then I'd say the engine's better on the Lancer.
like reliability wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
And
Because
holds
those
more.
boxer engines
It keeps more boost
are
with
known
more
to
stock
blow
engine.
pistons
You can keep a stocker engine like a little more boost on the Evo.
compared to the SDI.
I feel without any issues.
Yeah,
Major issues.
Yeah, okay. I think the SDI shares its.
I love
Problems.
the STI, like especially the
Me too.
latest ones. With actually, shout out to one of our listeners. We have a couple listeners probably that have STIs, but there's one of them that I see often. Steve, with the baby blue, that special edition STI that he had.
Yeah, I think
What was it called?
called?
Has that Japanese name.
I want to
there.
get the name.
You should have it there somewhere. Something with a H.
Something.
Anyway, so
Haku. I don't even know what it's called.
it's like a special baby blue edition. I find that year was like perfect. The sound was insane. All you have to do, like you said, is put an axle back and you're flying. It sounds amazing.
What is that car called?
I don't know. It's a special edition.
Hikari edition.
Hikari, yeah.
I think Hikari.
Yeah.
Which is the color's insane.
Yeah.
Crazy car.
See, I love that car, but the Evo 9, man. I don't like the Evo 10. I don't like it that much. So the Evo 9, I find, was just a perfect, nice car.
There's a reason why they stopped production because nobody likes it apparently.
Reliability,
Yeah.
power. The all-wheel drive was pretty insane with the electronic diffs. Both of them had them.
Yeah, they both had it. Electronic. The STI had a solenoid operated limited slip.
Yeah, so it is.
Electronic, yeah. With a 40/60 front rear open torque bias.
I don't know.
So, Lancer
Who do you
STI.
choose? Lancer.
Yeah, I think so too. I have
Yeah?
to go. Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Lancer
okay,
too.
okay. Just I'd say just because of reliability, honestly.
But I find the Lancer, the potential when you modify it, the car looks a lot more aggressive than an STI. That's my opinion. I know some people like the STI more. You could make the STI look insane. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
I have to stick with the Lancer as well.
Okay. Perfect. So Mitsubishi takes this one. So now getting into the creme de la creme here. The classic supercars, right?
Yes, but like very classic supercars,
Very
like
classic.
nostalgia, like
What year is it? What year is this? The 90s?
late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
For me, in my particular choice is 87 to 92, which I think yours is the same thing. Or probably like 89 till 2001.
1990, 2001.
Yeah, so that was pretty close.
So basically, we're talking about the Ferrari F40 versus the Lamborghini Diablo, right?
Yes, and I went to the F40. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think the F40 is
okay,
100 times better than the
all of these head-to-heads. We just said, okay, I'm taking this. I'm taking that. I'm taking this. This one, we just looked at each other and I said, Joe, just choose whatever because I love both of them. I can't. So hard to choose one or the other. So Giovanni said, no, I'm doing that 40. So, okay, he chose that 40. The Diablo, actually, we have a Diablo GT right here in the office where we record, just chilling right near us, a little model car.
So we know who's the Diablo fanboy here.
No, I love. Yeah, but then look at this. What's in the background of my phone?
40. Okay.
Yep,
All right.
Yep.
But you just look at it and you know like what it is.
Both of them, right? Both of them.
Yes, but more the F40.
Oh, come on, Diablo 2?
Diablo looks like a Murcielago. It's the same shit.
Yeah, Diablo looks like a Lamborghini, right? So you could just
and
say,
the
is that a
Aventador
Lamborghini?
looks like the Murcielago
Yeah.
and it looks like the Diablo.
Yeah, they always have the same.
They share the similarities anyways.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Okay, so give me some facts, Joe.
F40 produced between 87 and 92. Only 1,311 made in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think this was the first Ferrari to actually have a turbocharged V8 inside. Twin turbos.
That one had that?
And a twin turbo V8, yeah.
Twin turbo V8.
At a 90 degrees angle
that's
too.
True. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's true. It's true.
I don't know how they fit a V8 inside the little
Well, the
car.
Diablo had a 5.7.
Yeah, but they switched it, I think. They put a 6 liter after.
Yeah, but we're talking about the beginning now. We're talking about the beginning. So V12 engine inside.
Yo, only 213.
Multi-port fuel injection, man. That was amazing.
Only 213 were sent to the United States out of those 1,003.
How much horsepower? The early years?
471.
Ooh.
And 477. No, sorry.
That's crazy.
471 European, 477 US spec.
Okay, what was US?
477.
You realize that my S4 could have that much horsepower? My S3, sorry, could have that much horsepower?
Yeah, but this thing is 1992.
I know, but it's so funny how far they've come. I'm seeing out of a little 2 liter.
And this car is worth 100 times more than the S4.
Yep. So, the Diablo that year was equipped with 485 horsepower.
On the 5.7 or the 6 liter?
5.7.
Okay.
And 428 torque. 0 to 60 in that time, which was fast, 4.5. With a top speed of 202 miles per hour, though.
You in the 90s.
327 kilometers per hour. Rear-wheel drive, no all-wheel drive.
What's your 0 to 60 time?
4.5.
4.7 on the F40.
Oh.
What's your top speed?
Oh.
What's your top speed?
Oh.
What's the top speed?
202.
Fuck, this one's 199.
Oh.
Hold on,
the Diablo broke the 200. That was the point.
It's funny you bring that up because it actually says that in this article as well.
Yeah. The Diablo broke the 200. Rear-wheel drive, mid-mounted engine, so for perfect balance, but rear-wheel drive, no all-wheel drive in that time. They didn't put that in those cars.
This one has rear-wheel drive. The Diablo as well, no? Is it not?
Rear-wheel drive. I said there was no all-wheel drive in those years, which is pretty impressive. Then the facelift, what year was that for you?
No facelift on the F40.
No?
They don't need a facelift. The car looks good.
Yeah, 100%. But like, did they change the engine?
No, it stayed the same. They only made it for 5 years.
Okay, that's why. Okay, so the Lamborghini got that facelift in 98. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
The
when they
lights,
put,
the lights
yes,
didn't come flip anymore.
they
They
didn't pop up.
came,
Yes,
yeah. So basically, that was a Diablo SV. They called it.
or VT. Is it possible?
Yeah, there was a VT. That was the year after, in '99.
There's a GT
There
as
was a
well.
VT Roadster. There was a GT. They made all kinds of models. I find the GT, which is that one exactly, that one
Yeah,
right there.
with the lifted wing.
Yeah, it's just perfect. That color and everything, the wheels that he put and everything, insane. But now, that year,
I
what I
think
was
the
trying to look
facelift was
for, the
better looking.
facelift was nice.
Yeah.
But now what's it saying? Fixed composite lens, borrowed under the license from the original applicant, a 300ZX. The headlights were from a 300ZX. What? It does look exactly like
Does it actually?
Yeah.
From a Nissan, I'm dead.
Yeah.
This car's 4
Okay, so
million.
horsepower, 529,
Yeah.
446 torque. And that's when I'm pretty sure they dropped the engine, right? It's not telling me here.
What, to a 6 liter, or what do you mean drop the engine?
I don't think it's a V12 anymore.
Of course, they didn't make any V8s in there. No
Let's see.
Lamborghini is V8. Well, since the Diablo anyway.
Oh, no, it's okay. So that's what they did. They went from a 5.7 to a 6 liter.
Which is the same engine they use today in the Aventador.
Wow, man, that's a big bump.
What's it at?
It was 529 before, now it's 575 horsepower.
Yeah.
And 446 torque, and now it's 465.
You know they still use that same engine for the Aventador today?
Yeah.
The 6 liter.
Yeah.
Well, same block, same design.
Yeah. It's insane. Such a good block. That's why you know.
That's crazy.
That's what's so good about it. That's why.
That's crazy.
They even made a Diablo GT2, which was like a GT car.
Yeah, just like the F40 Competizione.
Yeah. They had so many.
Yo, there's only 10 built in the world. That's freaking
Which
nuts.
one?
The F40 competition.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
691 horse at 8,100 RPM. That's insane.
Wow. Okay. So after all that shit talking, what do you choose?
The F40. There's no doubt.
You choose a Ferrari F40?
Yeah. It's classic.
Even though
it's
the
classic. It's classic.
Even though the Lamborghini has all better specs?
The F40 is classic. Classic look. In
So
red or black,
the
it's
Diablo.
classic. Yeah, Diablo too. But the Diablo has to be in purple.
Okay. I
Then
agree.
it's a classic.
But let's just say...
let's agree to disagree.
No.
F40.
F40. 100% I choose the F40. I have it on the background here, on the background on my computer. I have it everywhere. I love that car. The look is just amazing.
The F40 is gorgeous.
The sound is insane. Insane, the sound.
Yeah,
that high-pitched Ferrari. Oh, man, insane. Okay, so that was our 5. Our 5 head-to-heads, right?
Yep.
Let's do this bonus one real quick for the viewers, okay? Well, listeners, actually no viewers, right? Soon, hopefully one day.
Hopefully soon this video.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen.
More listeners, that's when we'll start doing it.
For the last one, which is the...
A bonus round.
Bonus, we'll stick to daily drivers.
Yeah, basically a car that not anyone could buy, but like if you get it used
it's
or something.
Even brand new.
Yeah, exactly.
It's obtainable.
Exactly. It could be a track car and it could be an everyday car that you could bring your kids in, honestly.
Which I would like driving this car.
Yeah, 100%. This is a car that if I ever have enough money, this is going to be...
But this is the car where there's 3 options here.
Yep.
In the same
but
category.
We couldn't put 2. Right?
So there is 3.
So tell them the 3, Joe.
First one, 340 BMW.
Yep.
Second, Mercedes-Benz C43. And third will be Audi S4.
All 4 doors.
Yeah.
Right.
The BMW.
All have 2-door options except
the S4, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, technically the S5.
S5, right, would be...
Which is kind of the same...
It's not the same thing, I find. But anyways, let's just say...
We'll stick to the 4 doors.
We'll doing with the 4 doors because we like the 4 doors, honestly. So, obviously...
They all have 6... Well, they all have 6 cylinders, but the BMW has inline 6.
Yep.
C43 has V6, and S4 has V6 as well now.
Depending what year, they have different type of V6s. So, if you go back 1 year with the Audi, we can't compare, right? The C43 wasn't there, but we had a supercharger.
Yeah. Then they switched
the
to
BMW
turbos.
had a twin turbo, then went to a single twin scroll.
Yeah.
So they've always been on a 6-cylinder basis, like 6-cylinder block.
6 pistons, but different configuration.
Different, yeah, exactly. So Obviously, I went to the Audi S4 to do the information on because I've owned one and because I'm an Audi guy. And obviously, Giovanni went to the Mercedes, and we're just both going to break down the BMW because we both love the BMW. So let's just stick to the most recent ones, okay? I think that's the easiest thing, Joe. Don't you agree? B9.
C43 is better. What? Sorry, I don't understand.
So stupid. B9 Audi S4. Okay.
What is
Fairly
that
recent car, 2017 till present.
Yeah.
Okay. This year, they decided to go with a V6 turbocharged. No more supercharged. Why? I have no idea. But they said, hey, maybe more cost efficient, could get more numbers out of it. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Can I say something real quick?
What?
I think they should have kept the
100%, 100%.
In
But
my
they
opinion,
explored. Why not? You know, they could change it up. If it's always the same thing, people are gonna get fed up. Also.
no, but what I think also is that, like you said before, fuel efficiency, which a supercharger is not fuel efficient at all.
Yeah.
But it sounds great. The power, like the how do you
The
say?
one,
Like your
yeah, the power band.
your power band is crazy
Yep.
in that car.
The one thing that I don't like about this car that I will say right off the bat, transmission. Not because it's a bad transmission.
They use a ZF.
It's a ZF.
Yeah, not DSG.
It's not a DSG. They said now they want to put the DSGs only in the RSs because it's a very good transmission and right, it's specifically made for them and only they have it and whatever. The dual clutch system we're talking about, if you guys don't know what DSG is. So they went with a ZF transmission, which a lot of these guys have, which all three of them have in the automatic, right? That type of style.
Yeah.
Which is a single clutch, regular automatic, just shifts very fast, very computerized, very.
There's no torque converters in there, I think.
Here it says available with an 8-speed torque converter. Yeah, automatic ZF.
ZF uses torque converter?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought they used like wet discs, wet clutches.
So the Audi S4 has the true Quattro, which is 50-50. There's no bias to the rear, bias to the front. 50-50 technology. Can go to each wheel independently, whichever needs more horsepower. If the back left needs it, it can go 100% to the back left if it feels like it's the only tire that's getting the most grip, which is I think out of the four, the best all-wheel drive system out of the four. We can agree on that at least.
Yeah, I agree on that one too.
Okay. Yeah, the look is nice. Look, I like the one the year before. Just because I owned it, I'm like very biased on it.
They went a bit too bubbly.
I feel like that too. Like they needed a bit more. Even the grill in the front had to be bigger. Like BMW went nice on the new one. Like
the
wow,
huge.
The grill is nice, aggressive, big. Mercedes too. You know the front is aggressive. Everything's aggressive. S4 is a bit soft. Yeah, which was the
on
year
the
before.
Side.
Which the year before the B8 came out with the LED lights, right? Like the R8, it was the only one that had it. So everyone was like, "Whoa!" With the big grill in the front, it was aggressive.
It was.
This one, it's nice. It looks like a nice car. Like it looks like a nice, elegant car. But look-wise, someone else is taking it. Audi is not taking it look-wise. I'm sorry. It's not aggressive enough. The interior is beautiful, though.
It is.
You get that red stitched with the massaging seats, with a nice shifter. Best feeling shifter in the game, I'm sorry, is the new Audi shifters. The T-bar shifter. Feels like a muscle car. Perfect. Amazing. Whoever designed that, thank you. It is
as we
amazing.
can see, someone loves Audis.
Joe, come on, man! You're just there. If you feel like, and then you just shit, you know, like a little.
I know what you mean.
It's nice. It's perfect. I know a lot of people that listen that driven these could agree with me. So, besides that, very well car, all-wheel drive, like we said, 4-door, turbocharged V6. Now, the sound.
Yeah, it's rough.
No, but wait. Compared to the one my year when you bought it stock, had no sound. This one at least has a sound.
Yes, but I feel like you still need to put it in.
You still need to do something because then you go to the Mercedes, and it's a whole nother level.
Yeah,
that's when you.
That thing just farts and spits like they shoot gas into the exhaust, but only when you drive in Sport Plus.
Yep.
That car is crazy. You put it in comfort, it drives normally. You put it in Sport Plus, it drives like a totally different car.
How can I say it? The exhaust system and the computers behind the Sport, option. And all that stuff was well developed. They really brought it out, the technology on that. Now everyone's starting to do it. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's
the
always like
Mercedes
that, right?
killed it with the C43.
Mercedes did that with the exhaust, with the valves that open, the valves that close, super loud, not like just a little bit of a difference like my S3. Like you'd hear just like ooh, a little bit.
Yeah,
No,
like the timing
the
of the engine switching.
C43 really gets loud.
Yeah, it wakes it up.
It wakes
changes
up the whole car.
For C43 production 2016, well, there was a C450 before, but we won't talk about that one. C43 2016, 362, well, 365 horse and 384 torque, V6 twin turbocharged, not twin scroll, like two individual
Yeah,
actual turbos on both
perfect.
sides of the bank.
Perfect. The way I like it. The way I like it.
I would say like I would compare it to a previous generation, but there is no previous generation because they just started making them in 2016. I've driven them like I've driven the S4, I've driven the C43, I've driven the
We've driven every car. We've driven all of
yeah,
these.
driven them all, and I have to say, I I do love Mercedes. Don't get me wrong, but the C43 does everything right.
Yep. I agree.
All-wheel drive system works well.
Yep.
Interiors.
Not the best one, like we said. But does what it has to do.
I'm not gonna give my opinion.
No, it does what it has to do, but it's not the best one. Come on.
It's good. It's good.
You could lose the ass so quickly.
The interior is killer. They destroyed the way you sit. It's amazing.
Perfect.
The look is not too many modified ones, but I've seen modified ones and
they're not popular in the modified.
They look good.
Yeah, now they're starting to get popular, but it's just
good.
because the parts are expensive also, and they're hard to modify. They're not easy.
They are hard to modify. They're not modified. Like they
just
don't
to get wheels in that car is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, like
so
the front, the offset is so off.
Yeah,
I don't get why they did it like that. But also they have huge brakes, so in the front.
Yeah, that's the problem. Huge brakes and the fenders aren't big enough.
Modified wise, there is tunes and like downpipes you could put on them, but
that's
honestly they're not.
You don't need to do much because the car comes loud
and fast.
You just gotta put wheels on it and maybe drop the car if you want.
A little tune.
If you need to tune it, but you don't need to tune it. I really don't think you need to tune it. It's just gonna get you more problems with
I've
the
driven
cops.
a tuned one. It's pretty fast.
I know, 100%. 100%.
You get like almost 500 horsepower with
the interior, I love the way they did the speakers, the metal.
Yeah,
with a black wood. Obviously, you show me a lot of these cars. You're a fanboy, obviously, of Mercedes.
No,
I agree. They killed the car in every single way. I have nothing to complain about that car. Besides that, there should be a dual clutch. Like I'm complaining about that in the S4. Like I'm complaining about that in the 335.
Well, they use a speed shift, right? It's like their own technology.
Yeah, it's their thing. Just like Audi's, whatever technology. Just like BMW's technology, Steptronic, whatever.
They use their own thing.
Exactly. But it's never a dual clutch. You'll never have that feel of like a manual automatic. But you just try to buy these cars if you can, if they're available in manual, which the Mercedes is not.
It's funny you say that
because the Audi is not.
You could get a stick Mercedes in Europe.
Yeah,
but
too.
not
the Audi
C43s.
also. Yeah.
Only base models.
Yeah.
Which kind of boring.
Yep. I clicked on M3 option.
335 or 340, which is available in a stick.
Yep.
Which I would say if you get the chance to drive it, I would do it. It's something special.
And why do you say that?
I don't know. It's like a German car. You could actually like fast twin turbo, and you could still buy it stick. There's not many left like that.
And the new engine, what is it? Do you know what it is?
Oh no, it's a B. I think it's B58. B58.
And what's the numbers on that?
On a 340, it's.
So there's even the new one that came out. That's like insane.
Actually, it's changed like since 2015 till now. It's jumped back and forth, but it ranges from like 332 until. No, wait, hold on. Give me a second.
320 horsepower.
322 to 382.
Yeah.
Which is
what is the F?
Transmission also. Unless you opt for the manual, which I would suggest.
100%.
Yeah, I would suggest getting. I love manual cars.
Yeah, it's the only one that comes in manual, 100%.
Yeah, only one. Well, the S4 did before the previous one.
Yeah, the previous one.
Yeah. But the stick still needs a bit of improvement. Do you ever feel like when you're driving the stick, it kind of feels like a rubbery stick?
Yep. I feel like
you're going to
break
push
off.
it
in and it bounces back.
But that's BMW, I guess.
The transmissions always feel like that. But now let's see the BMW, the new one, right?
The 2019?
Yeah. 2000. Is it 19?
Oh, no, it's 20. It's 20.
It's 20?
Yep.
So yeah, that one, oh my God. If you haven't seen the look of this car, the grille in the front is ginormous. It's a diamond grill. Massive. And the lights are just like little.
Have you tried one yet?
No,
I haven't seen one in the street either.
they're square angel eyes in the front. I don't know if you realize that.
No, I haven't seen. I haven't seen one in person. I've
Wow.
seen 330, the new ones, but I haven't seen the 340M.
And it's doing. And 340 costs a lot more than the 4-cylinder. Okay. Yeah, so I see.
They made
here.
it
Oh,
aggressive.
my God, it's aggressive.
They're
trying to compete with the C43 because you know the C43 took the market.
Kind of. I wonder how
100%.
the sound is on this car though. It must sound insane.
100%. They're gonna make it fart. They're gonna make it do all that just to compete with their adversary, which is them. They make it in a crazy blue.
It's at 382 horse.
382. Yeah, exactly.
Which is C43 comparable. How much torque is it?
3-liter inline six again.
Yeah, all the time.
With 369 torque.
Which is not that bad.
8-speed automatic.
The interior.
We're not talking about any manual right now. No manual right now.
No, but it's probably. I don't think they're gonna make the manual.
Me either.
They're probably gonna stick only to the M cars, man. Not even at that. I don't even think they make manuals anymore.
What are you gonna do?
Save the manuals. Save.
Okay, so we're saying the look of this car. 10 on 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very
okay.
nice.
10 on 10.
The interior.
9.5. Nothing's perfect.
Yeah, nothing's perfect. The interior.
The interior is nice. I don't like the shifter, but everything else is nice. Like that plasticky black shifter looks cheap.
What do you mean?
On the BMWs?
Cheap? Don't they have like the diamond ones?
No, that's only in the trucks. I don't think you get them in the cars.
Yo, man, this one, the
It does look
black
cheap, though.
with the red interior, looks so good.
The shifter does look a bit cheap, I have to say.
I think the black interior, the black color with the black diamond grille with the red interior looks so nice. And you're gonna get a steering wheel with the stripe in the middle.
Can you get flat bottom on these cars? No, only circle.
They were never fans of making them fun.
No.
Okay.
I think the M3 has a flat bottom steering wheel.
No.
No, never. Huh?
Okay. So
M3.
to close up
M3.
to close up these head-to-heads, what do you choose out of the top these three? Sorry, not the top three. I keep saying top. Out of the head-to-head. A lot of heads.
Out of the 340, the C43, or the S4, I have to say
Right
something.
now, as of right now, let's not consider the new 340 because
Doesn't count.
didn't count. Just came into effect like
If I have to
this
go
year.
somewhere in a dealership and buy the car brand new,
Yeah. Well, no, because you could right now buy the BMW, but count that one out
okay.
because it's too new.
S4
So
or
a 340.
C43?
Huh? No. I'm saying you can continue. You can count it in, but don't count in the 2020 because.
Yeah, I understand. Just the
Right.
19.
What I would choose, you might be surprised.
S4?
Well, you might be surprised. C43.
Yeah, I think so, me too. Well, I would.
But the only thing that bothers me is that it's hard to modify.
Yeah, but the possibility is there.
Yeah.
You just gotta.
I feel like the S4, to make it look nice, you'd have to do too much to it. To make it sound nice, you have to do too much to it. I feel like the C43, I buy it, I'm happy with it for a couple of years, then maybe change the wheels after the first year.
Change downpipes.
Maybe change the exhaust. I don't know, maybe take out a cat or something.
But we'll stick to stock form. Yes, you are right. The C43 does have more features stock
Yeah,
compared to the S4.
that's why. For the same price range and everything, yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah, I'm with C43 as well.
So,
But hold on. 2011, 12, 13, 14, S4 100% all the way.
me
Kills
too.
the Mercedes.
yeah. Yep. And that's the 335 is strong that year too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're all great cars though. They're all great cars. Honestly,
yeah.
whichever one you have, you're getting away with a good car. That's the end of this episode. I'd like to say thank you to all the viewers. Again, viewers, man. Thank you to all the listeners. We went live this week, right?
Yeah, the first podcast, which
Yeah.
I think was a pretty good.
Yeah, we found that one to be our hardest one because it was our first episode and because it was, everything was new to us, setting it up, everything. So obviously it's natural. You're a bit nervous, right? But hopefully we just keep getting more listeners, keep building this podcast. Guys, if you like it, share it. Tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your grandparents, tell everybody.
Tell your dog.
Tell your dog. Maybe the dog wants to listen to it. Put the speaker, bro. Everyone has these Bluetooth speakers. Make the dog listen to it. It's whatever it is. The dog wants to make an account. Make an account. Make him listen to it.
Add us
He
the
wants
Fuel
to
Up Podcast
vote.
on Instagram.
Add us at the Fuel Up Podcast, guys, on Instagram. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Once again, guys, thank you very much, and we'll see you again next week, right?
On to the next one.
Let's go.